So how much does Santa Clara Valley Water pay you guys for this?
I'd rather not discuss that.
Really? Oh. Really? Okay.
Because it's public. If you wanted to go research it, you can find out.
Okay.
It's public knowledge. So.
Is that because they're paying a lot?
So I've been with them for 10 years, so I don't think that it's a matter of paying a person too much. It's the effect of what we're actually creating with our efforts of water conservation. We touch people like yourself.
Yeah.
We touch people all
I think
over
it's a
the
good
county.
thing.
So in that case, I don't think it's too much.
Well, yeah, but I think it's just odd that you don't want to tell me how much. It makes me go,
Let me ask you this. The cases, you can look it up if you want to find out.
Okay.
Let's see here. So what I want to do, well, I have 5 more minutes on that one.
All right.
And then I'm going to walk back over here and have to do this manually so that we can
continue.
Well, I have 5 more minutes on that one.
All right.
And then I'm going to walk back over here and have to do this manually so that we can
continue
with this guy over there. Yep.
Okay. This one looks like a newer system too. So our landscape guy said that when they do this, it really doesn't use up more water. What it really does is just wastewater, though, right? It's not that it costs us, if it was watering correctly, it would still cost us the same amount.
Well, you know, in the case that, like, your watering areas like this don't have anything, you know, a lot of that water is just getting bottled up right at the base of the plant, and it's really not doing any good. So in the case that you can direct the usage of the water, you probably can lower the amount of water that you are using.
Because you can run it for less.
Less time, correct.
And that one there, well, that's still going to water that plant because it's going to soak into the ground, right?
Correct, but agapanthus, pretty much the majority of the plant material that you have on the property is low water use, with the exception of some of the roses and such. So they don't need that much water on a regular basis because it's getting watered like it's lawn. So you can.
Is that why the tips?
So like this alone.
Oh, that'll leak though, because I don't see a sprinkler head there.
Yeah, that's a broken pipe of some sort. Sure, not go out.
Yeah, that's complete waste.
Alright, I'm gonna walk to that other station.
And no wonder this plant is completely. This tree's got roots going all over the place.
Like this right here. See how this is leaking out?
Well,
it's stopped now.
Okay, yeah.
But when it starts to leak out of the lowest head like that, that's the low head drainage that we were talking about earlier. Where the pipe like this puddle here. It's not doing any good. That guy there, these two here are causing all this water to come back here, which just ends up sitting up.
And then it goes soaking into the into this thing, causing people telephone problems. This is Station 5.
And that's kind of the thing that really helps out with the, you know, the water management if you have the neighbors saying, you know what, hey, there's flooding in front of my house. Hey, there's water shooting inside my window. Hey, there's, you know, whatever the problem is, letting somebody know so that somebody can come and address it. So if you have like that color map that we were suggesting earlier, so if somebody from number 335 calls in and says, hey, I'm in number 335, there's a broken sprinkler, you can go to the color map or whoever they call in and say, oh yeah, it's clock C, station number 3. Versus right now it's like 335, you know, the clock that we're looking at is 5 houses away. If you don't have this kind of remote, chances of these people looking at the system, small to none.
Yeah, because they have to come, the only time we catch it is when the sprinklers are actually going off.
And that's at night, in a lot of cases,
it's
everybody's
about
asleep.
3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. Now this one's shooting on a line. Is this just a matter of turning the head?
Well, that's the problem. Yeah, with that particular head, like these brass heads that we're looking at.
Yeah, that was a brass head back there.
They don't let you adjust it. You have to spin it, and depending on what's going on with it, it could be, you know, a lot more work than. I don't know what that. It looks like it's a broken sprinkler or something. I'm gonna turn it off and take a look at it. Oh yeah, it's a broken sprinkler. See, it's
popped up.
Popped up high enough, but see that root grew into it, and now it's holding it up.
Oh,
so it
yeah.
takes water out of it. That's called root encroachment right there.
Root encroachment.
I'll get a picture of that myself. Those weather-based irrigation timers. A lot of times you can, in properties like this, you've seen up to 30% savings on a water bill simply by installing that.
Just the weather-based system.
Because right now, as you're looking, you know, not to say anything, nobody's doing their job, but we're trying to find out where the irrigation timers are, and everybody's going.
Well, yeah. I mean, our landscape guy has told us recommendations like that, but it's a matter of money, and if we don't pay for it, then he can't do it.
I agree 100%. So in the case that you're able to get a handle on what's going on with each of those individual timer boxes, because right now somebody has to physically come to that timer and make those changes. And check
for winter and summer and such.
Exactly. So if they're looking at it once, twice a year, that's a lot of time in between times that you could adjust it and allow for less water.
Or weather-based would simply adapt, and if it's raining, no water.
If it's cooler, it slows down the watering. If it's really hot, it'll water more. So with that alone, right now, so in your contract, if you look it up and say, okay, based on our contract, our landscaper's looking at the system 4 times a year. Our water bill is whatever it is. In the case that we install these irrigation timers, estimated conservatively 10%, which will almost, with the rebates, probably pay for a lot of the install on what's going on. You know, buying the clock and installing it. Within a year's time, I bet you can see. We've seen a place similar in style, higher terrain or elevation changes, and they had, I think, 15 controllers. They installed the weather-based controllers, and they saved almost $10,000 in their first year. And then they started doing other stuff to it. So it's not going to be your fail-safe. We install it automatically. It's going to happen. Take some time to program the controllers and get it up to speed as far as the different microclimates. But regardless, fixing those kinds of breaks that we saw earlier, the big one with the root and then the geyser one, you know, in the case that you're fixing those,
geyser one,
you're able to see those on a regular basis, or at least have the homeowners, you know, tell you guys something, whoever it is, in order to say, you know what, I got a break next to my window, will help with the water savings.
Yeah, exactly.